What's up, guys? Big update here for the jaw surgery. So earlier today I went to my ortho and he shared with me that after my next appointment I will likely be given the green light to schedule jaw surgery. So that means I will schedule jaw surgery around May 27th, and this jaw surgery will likely happen around September or August of this year, which will be 1 year after my consultation with Dr. Alfie. Crazy. But what's crazier is that this whole process has taken almost 3 years to complete. I originally started this after I graduated college. I could have done many things with my life. Moved away, traveled the world, gotten a girlfriend, got married, and started a family. But the one thing that was on my mind that I needed to address was my health and my looks, because as you know, both are a big factor in who you're going to reproduce with and your quality of life overall. But I think I understand this more than most because my whole life I haven't been able to breathe through my nose, and it's affected me in so many areas: my sleep, my learning capabilities, my attention span, my athletic performance. I've overcome many things and able to reach very good results with my deformity. And when I started this journey, I was like, I need to get to the level that I know I could be at, because my genetics were always supreme based on my dad. I know what an elite human being could look like, and I have that blood coursing through my veins right now. I just didn't have the nutrition to develop correctly and express those genes the best way possible. The primal diet. I didn't know about raw foods at the time. So when I graduated college, I was doing a cooked carnivore diet. I got some decent results. I was probably the strongest I ever was during that time. But it's probably because I didn't work and all I did was study and work out. So not that hard to get good results like that. So then I looked into mewing. I knew about mewing for years, tongue posture, but it wasn't doing any good. I was already an adult, bones had fused. And then I looked into orthodontists who could expand my palate, because I learned about jaw hacks, how he benefited from aesthetics and being able to breathe through his nose. And I'm like, this is definitely somebody I could relate to. I see myself in this person in a way. I need this. So I went to the ortho. This ortho said he couldn't do it, but he recommended me to a myofunctional therapist. And I got to work with that myofunctional therapist because he said that this could help me. Tongue, musculature, posture will improve my breathing, and it did. I saw some results. I improved my speech. It was good, but it wasn't what I was looking for. And when I got the surgery for my tongue, I basically got the bottom of my tongue sliced, and I have better mobility from it. The ENT, Dr. Zaghi, was there with Dr. Risa, who did the surgery. He recommended that I could benefit from a MARPY, and at that time I knew what a MARPY was, and it was on my mind. And this was the green light to basically send it, because if a doctor's recommending it, my intuition has told me I needed it, I'm going to get it. So I started looking for doctors who could do the MARPY, and I found 2 in Denver, and I went with the first one because, he also recommended a MARPY for me, screened me. He looked at my palate. My palate was around 5 millimeters more narrow than my lower jaw, or 3 millimeters. I'm not sure, but my upper jaw was more narrow than my lower jaw. That's for sure. And he's like, I recommend expanding this amount of I recommend expanding this amount of millimeters. The same amount of millimeters that Dr. Zaghi, the ENT, recommended. I'm like, okay, this is something I could definitely benefit from if 2 doctors have recommended this for me. So, but I waited like a month or so because I did not want to just jump on board and get botched and get the asymmetries. And I got the thing installed in July, and I thought MARPY was the holy grail, that this was it. And around this time, I learned about jaw surgery. I was not aware what jaw surgery was, maxilla, mandibular. Like, I knew what clavicular knew before clavicular even became clavicular, because this was 2024. And I learned about maxilla, your airway, your bones, your bone development. How can that affect your nasal breathing and everything? So I kept that at the back of my mind, like, okay, this is a possibility for me that I never knew of. But I'm going to stick with the MARPY. I'm not going to cut up my face. And as time went on, I expanded and I got the asymmetries that I was trying to avoid. And I'm like, okay, I need to fix this. I could do TADS or jaw surgery. And in my heart, I always knew jaw surgery would be the way to permanently fix this and get the best result. And it would improve my sleep apnea, because during the time that I got my MARPY, I did a sleep study. And it confirmed that I had obstructive sleep apnea, which, gave me peace of mind that what I felt in my body, what I felt every night going to bed, all these symptoms that I had, that I just wasn't crazy and I wasn't just lazy. I was just so exhausted. I just didn't have oxygen reaching my brain because I had a narrow airway, guys. Imagine trying to breathe through a straw 24/7, but imagine doing that at night when you're not controlling it. It's just your body doing it. It's going to choke up. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, I have a confirmed sleep apnea, and people who get jaw surgery, they cure their sleep apnea for the most part. I'm like, okay, this is starting to become a possibility, and I scheduled the consultation with Dr. Alfie. During this whole year of 2025, guys, I saw 4 surgeons, right? And all of them were great, but Dr. Alfie gave me the most reassurance, because right away he told me, yeah, you could benefit from this jaw surgery. And I'm like, okay. I left that visit from Houston very confident, very excited for what was to come. And I was like, this is definitely in my future. So then that's when I said, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get it done in January. And the months go by, and I thought I would get it done in January, but it turns out it's going to happen in September or August of this year. A full 2 years later. This all started around January 2024, and now we're in April of 2026. And when I'm done with this, it's going to be September 2026. But really, guys, this whole process is going to end probably near 2027, because after you do that procedure, you will have to wear braces to settle your teeth while your bones are healing so nothing falls out. So by the time I'm fully healed, I'm done with everything, it's going to be 2027. So imagine that, guys. I started this when I was 23 years old, and I'll probably get this done a whole 4 years later. I learned about this 2023, and I'm going to get it done and finish this whole process near 2027. If you're willing to do this journey, then come talk to me, because this is not for the weak. You're dedicating years of your life to this process, and honestly, it can go much faster for you because it depends on your baseline, and you can avoid so many things if you have the proper guidance from somebody who's learned through their own experience and mistakes. You could skip MARPY and just do jaw surgery within the next 4 months, or you need a MARPY, but you go to the correct provider, you tell them what you want from the start, and it'll cut your treatment time to a year and a half, and you can just move on with your life. My mid-20s or part of my 20s have been dedicated to the sleep apnea arc. I could have been living out of this country for the last 2 years. I could have started a family, gotten a girlfriend, moved away. I could have shut down my business, started a new career. But because I've started this treatment plan with the ortho and going to commit to this jaw surgery, I've just put my life on hold in a way, because I got to be here. It wouldn't make sense for me to leave the United States and then come back every month to do an ortho appointment. That would just cost time. It would run problems with my visas if I got to go get a visa for a country, like blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of crazy we're at this point, and I'm excited to really document the final home stretch of this whole sleep apnea arc, man. And I truly hope nobody else has to go through this shit, because primal diet, and I'm talking to the teenagers and the kids who are maybe under 10 years old, or parents, like, feed your kids the proper diet, because I don't care about the education or the school they go to. That absolutely does not matter if they eat shit food, because look, your body, your face is your brand. You will have to put out less effort to get the women, the jobs, basically the opportunities of whatever you want if you are healthy and look right. And then because you are the marketing, you can display your skills to more people. But if you are unhealthy, you are deformed. You will have to waste so much more energy just to market yourself when that energy could have been spent on skill development and, making money or doing other things with your life. Right? So take this serious. Take your health serious for your kids. If you're an adult and you're already, recessed and all that, well, you know what you have to do. You're going to have to do what I did. MARPY and double jaw surgery, but you'll probably do it in less time than me because I did many things wrong during this process. I learned through this mostly by myself. I traveled to different states to get different consultations, over dozens of doctors, ENTs, orthodontists, maxillofacial surgeons, so many scans on my head, so many things I learned about my body. And it's coming to a close soon. At least I know there will be closure soon this year. This year will be the year that I will get this done and move on, because I'm ready to just move on, guys. 1 year can change your entire life, and I've just been feeling a certain type of way about some things in my life where I just need to let go, but I can't let go yet until I get this done. I mean, could I do it? Sure. But I really just got to finish everything I got to do here in my current phase of life, complete it, have no loose ends per se, and then move on. So yeah, guys, this has been a long journey. If you have questions, guys, join my school community. I'm not going to answer this in the comments because there's just so much to break down. If you actually have questions, just join the school. Pay the $20. You have access to me for a whole month. Ask all your frequent questions. I have guides. I've made guides for you to use to ask the doctors so you know what you're getting into. Because you're going to ask the questions about how can this go well, but you're not going to ask the questions, what happens if it goes wrong? What happens if I want to do this? What happens if this happens in my life and I just suddenly have to do that? You can ask me every single question. I probably have encountered it, and I will guide you to the correct provider for you to the best of my abilities. And I will tell you things to expect that you never would have thought about. Right? A provider can only tell you what could happen, bad or good, from their perspective, but they will never understand from a patient perspective. Will you ever know the nuances? If you do a MARPY, did you know that in a MARPY, you could develop a crossbite, a scissor bite? Did you know that some of the tats could come loose? What happens if one of the tats comes loose? What if your MARPY fails? Have you thought about that? What if your jaw surgery cannot be covered because you no longer have the insurance? What do? Oh, you didn't even know you could have had insurance. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Just join the school. Talk to me. I'm not trying to make a career out of this MARPY and jaw surgery thing. It's just for the current phase of my life where I want to help people who are going through what I'm going through or about to embark in this journey that will take a couple years to complete. This is a lifestyle, just like the Primo diet. You're going to have to clean your teeth. You're going to have to wear elastics. You're going to have to break your jaws. You're going to have to get healthy so you can actually be qualified for a surgeon, because some surgeons will turn you away if you're unhealthy, because they're not going to waste their effort to change your life when somebody more qualified who actually respects their body could have benefited from their skills. This is a lifestyle change, and you're going to not be able to do things like MMA because you're going to have to protect your face. You're going to have to put things on hold for years at a time. So, yeah, this is big change is coming. Big change is coming. So, stay tuned for that. Peace.